In this video, I'm going to go as fast as I can to take a YouTube video and turn it into clean captions. We could call these dirty captions, but the point is we're going to go really, really fast. That's the whole idea. So this one we just did. This one I'm going to do.
Hello, LearnStorm coaches. You guys have been incredible advocates for growth.
So we're going to go back to the DIY Captions homepage, paste in the address, click Go. And I'm just going to fly through this as fast as I can.
Hello, LearnStorm coaches. You guys have been incredible advocates for growth.
We're going to assume that's one word. You guys have been critical advocates for growth.
Growth mindset and learning as we went through the LearnStorm challenge. Hello, LearnStorm coach. Growth mindset and learning as we went through the LearnStorm challenge. And now
period. So Control Enter. And now
I want to let y'all know about Summer of Code that we're going to be doing in Idaho, which is in some ways you could view as a continuation of LearnStorm.
Which is in some ways, so we're going to take out the is because it's completely unnecessary. Which, comma, in some ways, comma, Control Insert, you can view as a continuum of learn, Control F9, Control F9. Take out the space, period here, Control Enter.
It'll allow students to take all the critical thinking and analytical skills.
Students to take all of, he probably doesn't say of, we'll put it there anyway, critical thinking and analytical skills, comma,
skills they developed in LearnStorm. It'll allow students to take all the skills they developed in LearnStorm and apply it towards programming, which we all can appreciate.
Control F9, comma, and apply it toward programming, comma. Now, mind you, I'm moving quickly through the keys by doing Control down, Control right, Control down, Control right, back and forth.
Can appreciate is a very powerful 21st century skill. So encourage you to
Control Enter.
The same students that you coached in LearnStorm can appreciate is a very powerful 21st century skill. So encourage you to
here. So we encourage you to
the same students that you coached in LearnStorm, we encourage you to coach them.
So
can appreciate is a very powerful 21st century skill. So encourage you to
comma.
The same students that you coached in LearnStorm, we encourage you to coach them through
in Control F9, backspace, comma, Control Insert. We encourage you to coach them
through Summer of Code. They can participate at home as part of
Control Enter. Home as part of summer
programs. They can participate in their local libraries. And so if you want to
comma, Control Insert, they can participate in their local libraries, period, Control Enter. And so, comma, if you want to
join,
go to summerofcodeidaho.org. So we'll fix that. Take out the space, take out the space, take out the space, put a period, Control Enter. Done. Now, the next step would be to segment that. So let's do it. This is 42 characters. The font is monospaced. So any line that runs 42 characters, because the characters are not proportional width, is going to align up right here. If it goes beyond that, it will go to the right of them. So we'll import what we just did. Import transcript from automatic captions database. Hello, learners. All right, so here are the keystrokes. Control down, Control right, navigates. Control left, Control up, navigates backwards. Okay. Alt Shift Enter puts in a blank. We can grab our mouse. We can just go through and break up all of the sentences. Alt Shift Enter, Alt Shift Enter, Alt Shift Enter, Alt Shift Enter. Okay. Now, we're trying to keep it within this 42 character limit. So, I'm going to break it here using the Shift Enter key. I'm going to chop it here. So now we have a subcaption here, a subcaption here, a subcaption here. So let's show you the alt. Let's see. In typical editors, one would press the enter key if one wanted to put a blank a line break here. So, but if one were to decide that that's not a good place, one would have to take out that, navigate over. So, does this fit? See, you have been incredible. Advocates for growth, mindset, Alt-Shift-Enter, and learning as we went through the leadership, the LearnStorm. Mistake, didn't catch. LearnStorm challenge. We'll put a comma there, and now I want to let you all know line break that we're going to be doing in Idaho. So the next keystroke I'm going to show you is Shift-Enter, which when performed from the beginning of the line will jump to the halfway point for this block of text, which is between the blank lines. Shift-Enter. So Shift-Enter now would break it. Moving to a different location, Shift-Enter takes out the other line break, puts in the new line break. Alt-Shift-Left moves that line break further to the left within that block of text. Alt-Shift-Right moves the line break further to the right. But the same is true of Alt-Shift-Up and Alt-Shift-Down, which means that you can do this. Really quickly change the balancing until you get it just where you like it. We're going to go with that. So none of this makes me very happy, so I'm going to try again. And now I want to let you all know about Summer of Code, line break, blank line, that we're going to be doing in Idaho, line break, which in some ways you can view as line break, blank line, a continuation of LearnStorm. Excuse me. It allows students, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines here to take Shift-Enter, all of those critical thinking, blank line, and analytical skills they developed in LearnStorm, blank line, and apply it towards programming. Line break, which we all can appreciate. Blank line is a very powerful, we'll just do Shift-Enter, Shift-Enter. 21st century skill, Control-Shift-Insert is supposed to put in an insert. It's supposed to put in a hyphen, but it doesn't in this. It does in the other. Okay, never mind about that. Let's just put in the hyphen. Very powerful. So, the same students that you coached in LearnStorm line, we encourage you to coach them through Summer of Code. They can participate at home, line break as part of summer programs, blank line, or they can participate line break in their local libraries. And so, Shift-Enter, if you want to join, comma, Control-Insert, Shift-Enter. Go to Summer of Code. Looks like that last change I made I didn't save. So, take out the space, take out the space, take out the space, take out the dot, put in a real dot, take out the space, put in a period. We are done. Everything looks to be within 42 characters. That can now be saved as a text file, and it can be uploaded to YouTube. It can be uploaded to Amara.org. It can be imported into virtually any subtitle editor that you're going to work with. The question is, can that editor open up a YouTube video? The two tools that I know can are YouTube itself, if you have access to the video as an owner, or Amara.org if you do not. So we're going to go ahead and do this in Amara at this point. To do that, I need to go back to my original version. This screen has limited menu functionality. I need to change that between now and Monday. Let's copy that to the clipboard. Let's go to a text editor. Let's paste it. Let's save it to the desktop. Desktop. Summer code .srt. Okay. Let's go back and grab. No, we can't. Okay, never mind. So let's go to Amara. To get there, the simple way from this page is to click here and click Open in Amara. We're going to then add a new language. The language will be English. We will subtitle it in English. We click Continue. We click Upload Subtitles, choose File, back to the desktop. And we're looking for summer code.srt, open, upload. Oh, whoops, it's supposed to be .txt. Let's go change that. Choose file. There it is. F2. TXT. Let's see if it gives me grief. Yay. Okay. Opening this file. Upload. No problems. Okay. Is there a blank line there? Nope. Alright. So you can use this editor to do the syncing. I have to tell you, I prefer to use the old editor, so I'm going to do that.
Hello.
Okay. Tab starts the playback. Shift tab backs up. Rewinds.
Hello.
So he just said hello right there, so we're going to drop this right here.
Hello.
A little sooner than that.
Hello, learn.
A little sooner than that.
Hello, learn storm. Hello, learn. Hello, learn storm coaches.
Okay, so that's the end. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to hit the down key as soon as I hear him pronounce the last word in the subcaption. So we are at that point.
You guys have been incredible advocates for growth mindset and learning as we went through the LearnStorm challenge. And now I want to let y'all know about Summer of Code that we're going to be doing in Idaho, which is in some ways you could view as a continuation of LearnStorm. It'll allow students to take all the critical thinking.
Did he say it will allow? I think he did.
Continuation of LearnStorm. It'll allow students to take
yeah. Articulate, Sal. Articulate.
In some ways you could view as a continuation of LearnStorm. It'll allow students to take all the critical thinking.
All of the. Did he say the? I don't know.
Continuation of LearnStorm. It'll allow students to take all the critical thinking.
He did say the. Okay. down.
And analytical skills they developed in LearnStorm and apply it towards programming, which we all can appreciate is a very powerful 21st century skill. So encourage you the same students that you coached in LearnStorm, we encourage you to coach them through Summer of Code. They can participate at home as part of summer programs. They can participate in their local libraries. And so if you want to join, go to summerofcodeidaho.org.
Can we say done? Okay, I think we're done.
Hello, LearnStorm.
Now, granted, one could make that a little more precise if one wanted to be really professional about it. We're going to take the position that the purpose of this training isn't to show you how to be perfectly precise. You get the idea. So, done. Continue. Done. These subtitles cover all dialogue in the entire video. Okay. Okay. We are now done. Let's go back here. Now I have 2 Chrome extensions installed that I really want to encourage people to take advantage of. One is called Captions for YouTube. The other is called Subtitles for YouTube. Kind of interesting how they sort of cornered the market with those 2 terms there. This is on my screen because I have Subtitles for YouTube installed. It's up here somewhere. That's Captions for YouTube. That's Subtitles for YouTube. So there's not much more about it. Let's see if I click on this, it'll take me to the web page. Yes, it does. Okay, so Subtitles for YouTube. If you go to the Chrome store and look for Subtitles for YouTube, and we'll put the link into the description of this video so that you can get there too. That's one. The other is Captions for YouTube. Visible here. Both do interesting things, but each of them has things that it doesn't do. So let's show you both of them. The thing about Captions for YouTube is that sometimes, well, the way it works is it adds a little menu item down here, and it's not there yet. Now, we're going to click on this just to show you the Subtitles for YouTube feature. And it's going to say subtitles were found. And where it found them is on the Amara system that I just put them on. So, to get to it, you have to click here. Choose subtitle file. Click, click. And once you do that, and you click play,
mindset and learning as we went through the LearnStorm challenge. And now I want to let y'all know about Summer of Code that we're going to be doing.
And if it doesn't show up, you want to click on View Shortcuts to discover that V is how you show or hide the video, the subtitles, the captions. So let's try pressing V and see if that makes a difference.
In Idaho, which is in some ways you could view as a continuation of LearnStorm. It'll allow students to take all the critical thinking and analytical skills they developed.
You know what? I'm in the wrong video. Let's try the other for coaches.
Hello, LearnStorm coaches. You guys have been incredible advocates for growth mindset and learning as we went through the LearnStorm challenge. And now I want to let y'all know about Summer of Code that we're going to be doing in Idaho, which is in some ways you could view as a continuation of LearnStorm. It'll allow students to take all the critical thinking and analytical skills they developed in LearnStorm and apply it towards programming, which we all can appreciate is a very powerful 21st century skill. So encourage you.
It's quirky sometimes. I'm going to refresh the page.
Hello, LearnStorm coaches. You guys have been incredible advocates for
Captions for
growth
YouTube right
mindset
there.
And learning as we went through the learn.
And just before I clicked that button,
hello, LearnStorm coaches. You guys have been incredible advocates for growth mindset and learning as we went through the LearnStorm challenge. And now I want to let y'all know about Summer of Code that we're going to be doing in.
Okay,
Hello,
so
LearnStorm
there's
coaches. You guys
Captions
have been
YouTube.
incredible advocates for growth mindset and learning as we went through the LearnStorm
There is
challenge.
subtitles for you
And
too.
now I want to let y'all know about Summer of Code that we're going to be doing in Idaho, which is in some ways you could view as
English
a continuation
on.
of LearnStorm. It'll allow students to take all the critical thinking and analytical skills they developed in LearnStorm and apply it towards programming, which we all can appreciate is a very powerful 21st century skill. So encourage you the same students that you coached in LearnStorm, we encourage you to coach them through Summer of Code. They can participate at home as part of summer programs. They can participate in their local libraries. And so if you want to join, go to summerofcodeidaho.org.
So let's take a look at this again. V to show or hide the video. G to change the alignment of the captions to the audio track in a backward direction, H in a forward direction, Q to make the font smaller, W to make the font bigger. So the one that I find most useful is the Q and the W option. So let's try it again.
Hello, LearnStorm coaches. You guys have been incredible advocates for growth mindset and learning as we went through the LearnStorm challenge. And now I want to let y'all know about Summer of Code that we're going to be doing in Idaho, which is in some ways you could view as a continuation of LearnStorm. It'll allow students to take all the critical thinking and analytical skills they developed in LearnStorm and apply it towards programming, which we all can appreciate is a very powerful 21st century skill. So encourage you the same students that you coached in LearnStorm, we encourage you to coach them through Summer of Code. They can participate at home as part of summer programs. They can participate in their local libraries. And so if you want to join, go to summerofcodeidaho.org.
A very persuasive advocate.
Hello, LearnStorm coaches.
We like Sal. So, as you can see, without having to type just about any words at all, without having to do much in the way of segmenting, it's all kind of taken care of there.